morning, I'm Isaiah Jacob. Last night, Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback of Indiana, won the Heisman Trophy, becoming the first Hoosier to win college football's most prestigious award since its inception in 1935. For the Buckeyes, Julian Sayin placed fourth, grabbing 432 total votes. A thriller last night for OSU Hoops. The Buckeyes overcame a 16-point deficit to overtake West Virginia in double overtime. Bruce Thornton scored the go-ahead bucket with 3.6 seconds left, and Jake Niebler had a chance to speak on what makes Bruce so great.
All he cares about is winning. He just wants to do whatever it takes to win. It's impressive. He truly is one of the absolute special players in college basketball, and he showed why.
Ohio State is back in action this coming Saturday, taking on the 14th-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels. For the NFL today, the Cincinnati Bengals host the Baltimore Ravens at 1 p.m., and then the Browns are also in the 1 p.m. slate, heading to Chicago to face the Bears. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This is Hollywood Casinos On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Here are your hosts, Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Welcome to On the Money, 97.1 The Fan. I am Dave Biddle. Scotty Vegas is off today. I am joined by my friend Jeff Thidoff. We, of course, call him Tito. We have producer Isaiah Jacob at the controls. Nice little throwback here, Tito, with us doing a Sunday show together.
Yeah.
I love it. Sunday shows, plural, actually.
Right. We used to do Sunday all the time. I'd see you on Sunday. Every week we were doing a Sunday show.
They even made up a show for us over the summer because we would do the fantasy show. Then how about you guys do it? And we forgot the name. Like, what was that show we did on Sundays? Oh, yeah, it was called After the Fact. After the Fact.
Back on Firearms, yeah.
Anybody out there remember that show? Everybody's like, nope, not at all. No, nobody remembers that show. Tito and I barely remember, but
yes.
It's really good hanging out with you. We just did the call-in show for an hour. We're going to be with you for the next 2 hours doing On the Money. We're going to talk a lot of Ohio State football on today's show. We'll talk NFL. We'll talk a little bit of Ohio State basketball. Nice win for them over West Virginia last night in double overtime. But let's start with Ohio State football. And with this being On the Money, let's start with the betting odds to win the national championship. Your favorite, the Ohio State Buckeyes, plus 190 odds. Ohio State is your favorite to win the national championship. It'd be the first time in school history the Buckeyes would repeat as national champs. Second best odds, Indiana at plus 320. Third best odds, Georgia, 6-1. Then it goes Oregon at 8-1. Fifth best odds, Texas Tech, plus 850. And those are really the only 5 teams that are given a realistic shot. Next best odds, quote, number 6 is Texas A&M, 18-1. So everybody else is pretty much a long shot. So Ohio State plus 190, Indiana 320, Georgia 6-1, Oregon 8-1, and Texas Tech 8.5. First of all, what do you think of Ohio State's the odds there? I think there's good value there, Tito. And then if you had to pick just a good value pick, does anything jump out at you there?
Well, Ohio State, it is good. It is a good value there for Ohio State. I like that. I do like those odds on that. One of the teams, I think Oregon is probably a decent play there. But I wonder, how many teams do you realistically think can win the national championship? How many do you think?
5, and I think I'm being kind there because I really, like you said earlier, I kind of only think that there's, I want to say 3, but I'll give Oregon and Texas Tech respect. Like I said, you look at SP Plus, they have Texas Tech as the 3rd best odds with twice the odds of Georgia. They have Texas over, twice as better odds. They have Texas Tech over 20%. They have Georgia down at 9%. Again, this is ESPN's SP Plus that was created by Bill Conley. Does a great job. So I'll say 5. What about you?
I think 5. Yeah, I would not go more than 5 on that one. And I don't know if is that good or bad for college football?
If it actually is 5, I think that's good because, if it was just like, oh, no one's going to beat this team. Well,
right.
Hopefully that's Ohio State, right? But
yeah.
there's not unless Ohio State is, which they've proved they weren't because they lost to Indiana. Unless Ohio State's the juggernaut, who's the juggernaut? Indiana would say we're the juggernaut. Who's the only undefeated team? Who beat Ohio State? So if you're Indiana, I get that. I would say the exact same thing. Georgia's got to be feeling good.
Yeah.
They've got to be feeling really good. So, and I tell you what, I think it'll happen. Ohio State against Georgia in the Phoenix area.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That's going to be a lot of fun, yeah.
That'd be awesome. And I guarantee you Ohio State fans will travel much better than Georgia fans will to that game.
Oh, sure they will, yeah. Absolutely will, yeah, they will. Mendoza winning the Heisman yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, Castro takes over Cuba in 1959. Since up until a couple years ago, was it harder to win a Heisman as an Indiana player or a Cuban?
Oh, my gosh. Jeez. An Indiana player, I think.
That's what I thought just up until recently.
I mean, yeah. I mean, seriously, we had like a lot of baseball players that were just like riding rafts to get in, get out of Cuba.
Right.
There had to be like at least one college football player, right? I mean, unbelievable. I love the historic reference there.
Oh.
When Castro took over Cuba. Jeez, that's how long it was. And then the last time they were at the Rose Bowl until this year was the year before Ohio State had their classic game against OJ and USC when the Super Softs won the national championship in 68, the 69 Rose Bowl. Indiana was there the year before then. So, yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy thinking about that. Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick a value pick, I don't think Texas Tech's going to win at all, but I think people are sleeping on them because they're Texas Tech. But tell you what, there was a lot of talk about how, look at them, they're trying to buy a football team. Well, they spent their money wisely. Mm-hmm. This defensive line is ferocious for them. Their one loss was at Arizona State, who's a solid team, and Texas Tech's quarterback was hurt that game.
Yeah.
And it was a close game on the road. That's their only loss. Everybody's like, BYU's good, right? And Texas Tech, are they? Because we just destroyed them twice. I think Texas Tech, if Texas Tech's roster, but you put that their helmet said Georgia, I think everybody would be like, yep, they're the second best team or they're the third best team. So the computers say they're the third best team. So I kind of like the 850 with Texas Tech there if I'm picking a value pick. But if I had, you give me $100 right now and say, what are you doing? I'm taking Ohio State plus 190. I'm going to double my money almost if Ohio State wins it. I really like the odds there. If it was like even money Ohio State, I wouldn't like the value. At pretty much 2-1, I like that, Tito.
I do too. I think that's a decent one also. By the way, I was just alerted to this, that Chris Olave's father's of Cuban descent. I didn't know that.
There you go.
I did a big search on.
Oh, and who else was Cuban? Now he still is, actually. I said it like he was.
He changed.
Guess who used to be Cuban and isn't anymore? No, he still is. Anthony Gonzalez, the Cuban Missile.
You're right.
We called him the Cuban Missile.
See?
There you go. See? I mean, definitely. For years, it was easier. Now, nobody did it, I don't think, right?
Right.
But it would have been easier to be somebody who escaped the Castro regime to win the Heisman than it was any Indiana football player at all.
Ever. Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, how did we almost forget about Anthony Gonzalez?
That's right.
Literally the Cuban Missile.
Yes, I know.
Well, not literally. But
well, yeah.
We would seriously call him that all the time, the Cuban Missile, and he liked it. He'd bring in Cuban food for the team. They loved it. His mom would would cook authentic Cuban food, and he'd bring it in.
Speaking of the food, you brought in breakfast for us today.
Yes, I did. It's been a while. And Isaiah joked, he's like, oh, you're celebrating Scotty's day off. I'm like, no, I brought in food. And he's on a diet anyway. He wouldn't eat it. But no, I mean, yeah, I wanted to bring in, we had a little longer show
First
today.
I've had food from this place. I've never had it before.
Me either. I've never had Bojangles breakfast. Very good.
It is.
It's very good. Yeah. They went really, really close to my house, which is, I think that's the only one. Maybe there's two in the Columbus area. I never even knew what Bojangles was till it came in. I was like, what is that? They're like, chicken and biscuits. Like, okay, I'm down with that. So yeah. We had to fuel up for the show here. Let's circle back to Sherrone.
Yep.
Now, if you didn't hear the Collins show, the betting favorite right now to be Michigan's next head coach is Kenny Dillingham from Arizona State. And it's a guy I like. I think that'd be a good hire for them. I kind of hope it doesn't happen. This is the bad thing. Everybody's like, well, until people found out that there was a lot more than just Sherrone being an idiot, that there was criminal stuff. There was suicidal, thoughts. And people are like, okay, that's not funny. But initially people were like, oh crap. If you're a Buckeye fan, you're like, I was hoping Sherrone would be the coach there for the next 10 years. So yeah, they probably will upgrade. So Kenny Dillingham is the favorite. I will say this, Tito, seeing the arraignment was, I don't even know the right word for it, surreal on Friday. Yeah. Seeing him in that room that was it looked like he was he wasn't, but it looked like he was in a straitjacket or something. He wasn't. But that was eerie. And
you've been up close with this guy. You know what I mean? So that probably, it's different. I've only seen it on TV. But you've actually interacted with this guy, and then you see him like that, and it's not like it was 20 years ago was the last time. You interacted very recently. You've interacted with him.
Yes, and you talked to him at Big Ten Media Days. He comes in. He's a little aloof, but he would have come across like a pretty good guy. Obviously, not a good guy. But I tell you what, I've had people say, "Well, didn't you know when he did that post game interview at the Penn State game, where he just didn't you know then that he was crazy?" I'm like, no, I didn't.
Right, yeah.
No, I didn't, because people can just get lost in the moment. But if you go back and watch that.
Yeah, now it's
a stable person probably doesn't act that way.
I wonder how much they've got to tear down with that program. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, because after everything, you don't want a cent of Harbaugh or more anymore with that. No, like I want no Harbaugh guy hired. Nobody who's friends with Harbaugh. Nobody Harbaugh recommends. None of that. You can have none of that. And Ward's got to go to you. Give it to the AD.
How does Ward Manuel still have a job?
I don't understand that one.
I am like flummoxed. I don't understand how he still has a job. Now, maybe he's like, well, hey, I hired Dusty May.
Right.
Okay, you also hired Juwan Howard.
Yeah.
And you let all this stuff go, and then you decide Sherrone Moore. Was there any vetting process? They're like, yeah, it's been going on for 2 years. Like, well, he was hired less than 2 years ago. So you're saying this was going on, you guys just didn't know it. Nice vetting process. Now, I get it. They're going to say, well, what are we supposed to do? Like, they were hiding. They're adults. It was consensual. They both. When then we've heard about it, we heard there were rumors. We asked them. They denied it. What are we supposed to do?
Right, yeah.
Maybe investigate it. I don't know.
Yeah, you could probably investigate and find stuff. Because it's and the fact it was common knowledge for a while now, you know?
Oh boy. Yeah, but I agree with you. You have to just cut bait now. They can't do it yet. Biff Poggi was like, that's definitely a Harbaugh guy. And he's going to be their interim head coach for their bowl game. But after that, they need to just start fresh.
Is there a chance that they don't have enough players for the bowl game? Like, well, if people start saying, I don't want to play here anymore, I mean, I don't know if that could even happen or not. It
could, but I don't think it's going to. They've accepted it. The Big Ten can hold it over to. They can fine you like a lot of money.
Sure.
The Big 12, I don't really agree with this. So like Iowa State decided to not play in the bowl game because they lost their coach and they don't even feel like they can field like a reasonable team. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Kansas State.
Right.
Lost the coach.
Right.
And they turned down the bowl. And the Big 12 is fining them each $500,000.
It's insane.
How are you going to fine them $500,000? They don't want to go get killed. They don't have a coach. But the Big Ten would fine probably Michigan like $1 million or more if they didn't play.
They probably would, which is why Michigan should have self-imposed. So, we're not going to play a bowl this year. Self-imposed for those stuff we did in the past. It wasn't good. Or we have COVID.
I think for sure they thought that they were going to get a postseason ban, which is why they scheduled that game in Germany.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I think they're trying to sell like, well, we might not go to a bowl, but we'll definitely go to Germany. And didn't they call that off now?
They called it off now, yeah.
Once they learned they didn't have a bowl ban, right, they called off the Germany trip. Yeah. So I think there was a lot to it. So, but yeah, seeing that arraignment was just weird. That's like when I think people were like, okay, maybe let's not make fun of this. This is a very serious situation. But that was like one of the most eerie things that I have seen. All right, up next, let's talk more Ohio State football. We'll talk some Ohio State basketball as well. This is On the Money.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State athletics, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Timmy Hall and, real common man here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
We've got plenty of holiday specials for you this month. You can enjoy a 4-course wine dinner at the lounge at Final Cut. Plus, there's holiday takeout specials.
And we got happenings on New Year's Eve.
What's happening?
Winning. You could win a 2026 Chevy Traverse, $35,000 in cash, or $50,000 in Penn slot play.
Become a member of our rewards program on the Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
It's all going down this month at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
These savings are so good. Right now, get low lease payments on every model, like a new 2026 Elantra SE for just $119 a month for 24 months. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Go now. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 12 miles per year, ends 1/2/26.
Get great gifts for the workshop at Menards. Know you're getting the job done right with a level from Johnson Level. They offer a variety of levels, laser levels, and layout tools for incredible accuracy. Get a 24-inch I-beam level. On sale now through December 24th. Hurry, Christmas is almost here. View our selection of Johnson Level tools on Menards.com. Plus, check out the weekly flyer for many other great deals happening this week.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Okay, Santa, pre-flight checklist time. Nice list?
Check.
Naughty list?
Check.
Meyer shopping list?
Oh, Britain's bells.
All good. I've got the Meyer app right here. Okay, let's see. Sugar, spice?
Gingerbread is nice.
Candy, ham, crackers? Boy, Meyer has fa-la-la-la low prices on it all.
And a few dozen cookies, just to be safe.
Good call, big guy. Order sent.
Just in the St. Nick of time.
Bring more good to life with the seasonal savings at Meyer. 'Tis the season for making memories. Give the gift of more time together at Dick's House of Sport and join us for family fun events all season long. Plus, climb a rock wall, test the multi-sport cage, and perfect your swing in a golf simulator. And shop the widest selection of the hottest brands like Nike, FP Movement, Adidas, Carhartt, UGG, and Stanley. Unforgettable moments start here at Dick's House of Sport. Visit dicks.com/House of Sport to see what's happening this season.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Put a new sound on an old song. This season at Lion's Den, the official store of pleasure, passion, and romance.
This Christmas, get a bonus AI Essentials course when you enroll in any My Computer Career IT program by the end of the year. That's a $3,900 value. Attend classes online or on campus. Enjoy lifetime job placement support and IT certifications in high demand. Go to mycomputercareer.edu today and take the free career evaluation. That's mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Conditions apply to AI offer and financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fairhousing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. This December, Window Nation puts an end to your window problems. You'll save big, too, with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0% interest for 5 years. Hurry, this sale ends soon, so schedule your free estimate right now. WindowNation.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance. Because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Jackets are back at Nationwide for a battle with the Ducks. Live fan coverage starts Tuesday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A cold weather advisory is in effect for today as we are tracking some bitter cold conditions here for your Sunday. Highs are only in the teens here this afternoon, but when you factor in the wind, it will feel like it's near or even below zero as we go through today into tonight and for your Monday morning. But thankfully, we are tracking some warmer temperatures here as we head into the work week. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. D. Biddle places over-unders on how many traffic lights he hits coming into the studio. This is On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Welcome back to the show. All right, Tito, let's pretend we're commissioners of college football. And Isaiah, you can chime in on this as well. You can be one of the commissioners as well. We get to pick how we're going to do the college football playoff as far as how many teams make it and how we seed those teams. Okay, so you keeping it at 12, you keeping it the way they do it, you expanding, you reducing. They're never going to actually reduce it now that the genie's out of the ball. They're just going to keep expanding. But all right, we'll start with you, Tito. You're the commissioner of college football. How do you do the CFP?
I say if Connecticut's in the top 12, they get an automatic bid. No, I would do a 16-team, first 2 rounds on campus sites, and I would guarantee each Power 4 conference champ gets in. There's no buys, though, but each Power 4 conference champ gets in. And then after that, it is going to be just a straight best ranked teams. I'm I'm sick of including group of 5 teams. Because there's, I don't know, I don't, they shouldn't get in unless they're one of the top ranked teams, regardless. And if you're in the top 16 or, then yeah, you get in there that way. But I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure a group of 5 team gets in. This is not the NCAA tournament. In the NCAA tournament, you've got to win 6 or sometimes 7 games to win the whole thing, depending if you're a playing team or not. And so you can get in as a smaller school and win a couple of games, but not win the championship. Although George Mason's come close, and Florida Atlantic came close, things like that. But there's no way in hell James Madison or Tulane makes a run in this kind of tournament. Right.
And I was okay with one group of 5 team in this year. It's just like, even though they're really none of them deserved it, but 2 is that's Notre Dame's mad for a lot of things. I can understand. They're like, seriously, like these 2 teams are in and we're not in. I get it. You and I are very, very, very close. I wrote down I'd actually be okay with leaving it 12, 14, but I would like 16. Like you said, I love the idea of the first 2 rounds. Yeah. So everybody's hosting a home game night, or not everybody's hosting a home game, but it's like Ohio State. Obviously, you want the bye. You're glad you're not hosting a home game this year, but that was so much fun last year hosting a home game. So I think that's the way to do it, is 1 through 16, and then first 2 rounds at home. And then I would eliminate any type of automatic qualifiers. Like if you're the Power 4 conference champion, you're probably in unless you're Duke, and then you don't deserve to be in. So I would just do 1 through 16, and I would do almost like a BCS situation. Back then, obviously, they're only picking 2 teams. Do it like that, where it's like you have the computer metrics combined with the human polls, and you do some type of collaboration that way, and you just go 1 through 16, just straight up. That's how I would do it. Isaiah, what do you think?
See, I'm more similar to Tito in that way. I do like the conference champion getting the automatic bid, because I do think it is fun at the end when you have like the Duke Virginia situation where you could, if you're the winner of the ACC, you're the winner of the ACC. You're getting in, even if you might not be the best team. It should be a fun way to get someone in. But I would take out the group of 5. They can do their own playoff, do their own thing, because if we did have like Duke in right now and have them as the winner of the ACC, but we also had Notre Dame, there wouldn't be as much of people up in arms like there are right now with Tulane, obviously getting in, and JMU, to where if you have one team that was a bid stealer, that makes conference championship weekend still fun. If we're not going to keep the conference champions as auto bids in, then get rid of the conference championship games. Don't do it anymore, because you get to that last weekend where Ohio State, Indiana, like it was fun for us because it was 1 versus 2, but if Indiana had lost 2 or 3 games and they were in the conference championship against Ohio State, we would say, how much does this actually matter at all for OSU to play this game? It's really a lose-lose for us, because if we lose the game, then at the end of the day, we're getting dropped a little bit. Indiana gets to jump us. Or, on the other hand, if we do win the game, there's not really a benefit either. I mean, you're just risking injury at that point. So I'm not super big on the conference championship games now that we have, obviously, the extended playoff.
Since I'm so good at predicting things after my Indiana thing last season, and said they would not be back and be this good again, I feel like there's no chance James Madison or Tulane can win this thing, and there is a chance Texas or Notre Dame could if they were in. They could both potentially add to the list of teams that could win the championship if they were both, if either of those guys were in. And so I know, but the NCAA tournament starts up in March. There's always, you can cut half the field out already. Like, these guys are not going to win the tournament. You know what I mean? And I'd rather have 7 or 8 teams that I know could possibly win this thing than having a couple of cupcakes like James Madison. And Tulane already got beat by Ole Miss once. Blown out.
I think we would have came to this conclusion last year as well, but Boise State was almost the perfect team to put in. They had Ashton Genty last year, so we didn't even notice that they were a group of 5 team, whereas it's about one in every 3 or 4 years when you have one like UCF or even Cincinnati a couple of years ago, like where you have that smaller team that is really good, but that happens so few and far between, it's almost not even worth it to include them.
Yeah, like Boise was like a legit good team last year. They deserve to be. And this year, yeah, I mean, now I'm happy for James Madison and Tulane. It's cool for their fans. To them, this is like winning a national championship. I do agree. I'd like to see the group of 5, which is now, I guess, going to be group of 6 because of the new Pac-12. I would like to see them have their own national championship, their own playoffs. Why not? Now, I know just getting in is their version of a national championship. But you look at here's the Lloyd Christmas odds. You're telling me there's a chance.
Right.
All right, so James Madison, according to SP Plus, has a 0.2% chance. 0.2% chance of winning the national championship. So you're telling me there's a chance. Now, you think that sounds pretty low, right? Because it is 0.2. Well, Tulane's odds are twice as worse. They are 0.02. Tulane, 0.02% chance of winning it all. James Madison, just 0.2. So, yeah, very, very, very small chance for those guys. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't play their own national championship. Like, I was watching Division III football yesterday.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals. I'm usually a Mount Union fan just because they're from Ohio. Well, this year, John Carroll beat Mount Union in the third round. So, John Carroll's playing yesterday on the road down in Georgia, and they just smoked this team. They ended up being like 21-13, but they got 21-0. They were just dominating. So good for John Carroll going all the way to the national semifinals.
And, like if you go to the group of 5 thing, like we're talking group of 6, whatever, you get a school like OU or Miami of Ohio. Right here, Ohio could end up competing in that kind of thing,
No doubt about it.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and usually there is like a MAC team that has like a really good record like that. I remember PJ Flex, not usually, but every once in a while. Like PJ Flex last year at Western Michigan, they were 13-0.
Right.
That's another one. I'm surprised his name has not been floated for the Michigan job.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
Considering what he did at Western Michigan, and you're like, well, he's kind of this and that. It's like, okay, well, I mean, every year Minnesota's solid.
Travels,
Yeah, I mean, good luck getting rid of him. I mean, like, if they got rid of him, then they'd go back to probably being Minnesota. That probably doesn't make a bowl most years. But I'm surprised. And maybe Michigan is kicking the tires on PJ Fleck, but I don't know. I bet he would take the job.
Yeah, I bet he would too. That's something he could I think would take on that challenge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And there's been some smoke. Bryce Underwood could be looking around.
You see, he scrubbed the social media, all the Michigan stuff. He scrubbed all that out of there, and so I don't. He was going to go to LSU for a long time.
He committed to LSU.
Yeah. And then left for the paycheck. Did he show you enough last year? Do you think this guy could be really good? Or is it more like, I think this guy's overhyped?
I think with the right coach and development, he could be good. But man, he didn't really progress much, if at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely see the talent. You can definitely see, with the body type, and he's tough. Like he'll take a hit. He doesn't shy away from contact. He's got a strong arm, but he just doesn't seem to process things well, that's common for a true freshman quarterback. He's very erratic throwing the ball. Even though I said he's tough, which he is, and he's athletic, which he is, he's not as good of a runner as what I expected. I don't know if he's not. I don't know if he doesn't have the burst, or because he's athletic. I don't want to say he doesn't have burst, but I was expecting more of like a Terrell Pryor runner.
Right, yeah.
And he does not. No.
He doesn't. No, it's not like that. And part of it because, we're watching him play against inferior high school athletes too. Back when they were scouting him, it's like this guy. I mean, look, just like we saw with Arch Manning. Arch Manning looked so damn good in high school. Why? Because he was taller, better, and faster than everybody.
And, I mean, they play some good high school football in Michigan, but it's not known as a really a great high school football state.
Yeah.
So, he's definitely was overrated and overpaid, but it'd still be kind of funny if he,
Brad says he's
got on the lane train. What's that?
Brad says Joe Milton 2.0.
That's a pretty good. I mean, he's a better runner, I think, than Milton, right? But yeah, it's just that prototypical body for a quarterback, cannon for an arm. Milton's arm might even be stronger, but I like that comparison.
Nate says he saw a graphic with both Fleck and Matt Patricia as Michigan candidates.
Matt Patricia up there. As I said after the Michigan game, Matt Patricia is always disappointing fans of football teams from Michigan. First the Lions and now the Wolverines. Matt Patricia, do not take that job. You're not allowed to do that.
No.
All right, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. Then up next, we're going to talk some NFL betting. This is On the Money.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not.
Of course he did. Right, Santa?
My elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch. So you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Guys, my side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed. With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier or cancel. Finance agreement, 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line, $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
T-Bone and Tyvus are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan. Scotty Vegas places so many bets, he can't even remember which teams he's rooting for. You're listening to On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Do you ever do that? What they just said with the promo there for Scotty? Like, do you ever lose track of your bets?
I don't believe so because I'm normally checking them all the time throughout the game.
Sometimes I'll kind of lose track. Kind of. I'll have to go back and check. Okay, I got it. Because I'm not the one that just writes down all my bets. Right. It's just, that's what I used to do, but now it's just with the phone. It's just bam, bam, bam. I can just check. So, no, I usually don't lose track of my bets, but I have done that sometimes. All right, if you're betting on who's going to win the Super Bowl, this is interesting. So, the teams with the 3 best odds to win the Super Bowl are all from the NFC. Oh, how fast things change. It wasn't long ago I was complaining, how come the Bengals have to be in the AFC with all these tough teams? Now the NFC has flipped it. The Rams are your betting favorite. They have been for a while. Plus 380 to win the Super Bowl, the Rams. Packers and Seahawks are next. Plus 750. And then fourth is the Bills, 9-1. They're your favorite to win the AFC. Then the Broncos have the next best odds to win the AFC. They're 10-1 to win the Super Bowl. And then it goes Eagles and Patriots tied for sixth at 11-1 to win the Super Bowl. And then the Texans, C.J. Stroud and the Texans, 15-1. Just a couple more I'll mention. Ninth is the Jags, 19-1. Who saw that coming? Yeah. And then 10th, speaking of who saw this coming, the Lions all the way back at 20-1. And you notice I didn't mention the Chiefs. I didn't mention the Ravens. Who would have predicted that?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing that turned around. This is, look, I'm not all the way there on the Patriots and Broncos. Now, both have got really good head coaches, which might be a reason to maybe back them a little more. But this is the season for Josh Allen to get the Super Bowl. This is the time. He won't have home field, but you know what? New England's, it's like there's a huge disadvantage going to Foxborough either. It's still outdoor football, so I think this is Buffalo's, though. This is a great chance for them, and it's probably the best chance Josh Allen's had.
Definitely. This will be his first time, I believe, I'll have to go back and look, entering the playoffs, if it does stay this way, as the favorite to win the AFC. Not like the second favorite or whatever, right there behind the Chiefs, like the favorite. But the Broncos are right there. I'm with you. I have a tough time. When I saw that, I'm like, really? The Broncos have the second best odds to win the AFC? I just didn't see that coming, 10-1. And then again, though, it's very interesting that the teams with the 3 best odds to win the Super Bowl are all from the NFC. The Seahawks is another one I never saw coming.
No.
They've got the second best odds to win the Super Bowl.
Right, I know. And just goes to show you how dumb the Vikings are. Because they had him on the roster last year, and they decided, and they also had Daniel Jones on the roster last year. Now, Jones, I know, is out for the year, but they had both those guys on their roster.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold. Yeah, and here's the thing. When you take JJ at 10th overall, and he's entering his second year, you almost made your bet already. When you took him 10th overall, by the second year, you have to start him, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You do. I think second year you have to start him, yes. But it's it's not going to work out for him. I don't think there. I don't see anything about his game when I've watched him play that tells me, you know what, he's got this. He's doing it. And look at the other quarterbacks. You know, we talk about the Patriots and Broncos, both with second-year guys in there, along with McCarthy, who's a second-year guy. But like, you know, the first-year guy-ish, I guess. But yeah, but Nix though, and Drake May. I mean, that's pretty special. And I wonder how that would affect, or how it will affect any wagering you or Scotty do in the playoffs on that. Like, how much will that come into play if it's a second-year quarterback? You know, how much will you weigh? How much will you? I don't say penalize them. How much will you put on them though for that? Like, how much would you be skeptical?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know because I mean, Burrow was in his second year when he got to the Super Bowl. Brady was in his second year when he replaced Bledsoe and they won a Super Bowl. I'm sure there's other examples. Was
Marino's second year when he went to the Super Bowl?
I think so. Yeah,
and then went back.
Yeah, never went back.
Yeah.
And there's a chance Burrow will never go back. I remember saying that at the time. I said, I don't even want to say this out loud, but I was just thinking about it. I'm like, they might have ruined their chance. Assuming the Bengals are going to get back to the Super Bowl is a massive assumption. I mean, it was looking good there for a minute. They got to the AFC title game the next year and gave the Chiefs all they could handle, but lost, and they have not been back since. Yeah, it's interesting.
And we're talking, I mean, Texans and Jags, you know, they're both.
Yeah. Steelers are going to be dangerous if they get in. And the Steelers are your favorite to win the AFC North, which Tito likes hearing that.
Yes,
Steelers are the favorite, minus 185. So not just the favorite, minus 185 for the Steelers to win the division. The Ravens are next, plus 170. It's a two-horse race. The Bengals have the third best odds at 17-1.
I'm a huge Bengals fan today.
I bet you are.
Okay, and here's why. Because the Steelers have the one-game lead over Baltimore. Yeah. Obviously, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. Steelers won the first game. They play again last week of the season. Then it goes to division record. And right now, the Steelers are 3-1. The Ravens are 2-2. So the worst thing, if the Ravens lose, the best they can be is 3-3. And the worst the Steelers can be is 3-3. So it goes to the next tiebreaker, and it's conference. And right now, the Steelers are 6-3 in the conference. The Ravens are 4-5. So a loss here drops the Ravens to 4-6.
And the Bengals, I mean, I think the Ravens will win because they're playing the worst defense in NFL history, that being the Houday defense. But it's only a 2.5-point spread. Yeah. I mean, it's almost a pick 'em. Your Steelers are favored by 3 at home against the Dolphins. Man, I like that. I like that bet for the Steelers at home. That'd be if it was on the road. I would be like, I think the Steelers have a chance at covering.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh.
Yep.
The Dolphins coming up here playing in very cold weather. Yeah. I like that one.
This is, by the way, this is Lamar Jackson's coldest game he's ever played in today against Cincinnati. I think it might be his first game below 20 degrees he's ever played in.
Florida guy, huh? He went to Louisville, but he's originally from South Florida. Yeah, and Joe Burrow is from where? Oh, yeah, Athens, Ohio.
Right.
Yeah, so he's probably used to playing in the cold weather. Yeah, of course he's used to playing in the cold weather. And, just being the Bengals quarterback the last few years. So we'll see what happens. So, yeah, I mean, all Steeler fans are going to be Bengal fans today. So you would have, if the Ravens lose and then the Steelers win tomorrow night, you'd have a 2-game lead over them.
2-game lead with 3 to play.
And then, as you mentioned, all the different tiebreakers. Oh, yeah, you guys are in a good spot there.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
What's going to happen, though? The Bengals will win, and then the Steelers will blow it and lose, and then it'll still be a 1-game lead.
Would you accept that right now, that trade?
I guess I probably would. I'd probably take that.
Okay.
I'd take my chances then.
Yeah. There you go. Lions 20-1. I mean, I know they've had injuries. Mm-hmm. They lost both coordinators.
Yeah.
So I guess if you look at it like that, it's not a big surprise. But they were one of the clear favorites, and they were so good last year. And Dan Campbell even said, like, guys, we're not guaranteed to get back here. Like,
right.
They lost their first playoff game last year after the bye. And I mean, I thought Detroit was going to have a really good chance at winning the Super Bowl this year. Now it's like they have the 10th best odds.
They are in 8th place right now in the NFC. They are a game behind Chicago and also San Francisco. San Francisco has a tiebreaker over Chicago, but then the Lions, though, are just 1 game back of the Bears. And, the Bears are still playing. They still play the Lions the last week of the season. So there's a chance there. The Bears have got at the Rams, host the Steelers, at the Vikings. Lions have at the Rams, host the Steelers, at the Vikings, at the Bears to close things out.
I think if they can get in, those odds will change. They just have to beat the Bears in a couple weeks. Yeah. If they can beat the Bears, get in the playoffs, I think they'll come way down from 10. They just got to get in the playoff. Right now, they're not guaranteed.
That's a great point because right now you're betting like for them to win the Super Bowl, and they might not even make the playoffs. Once you know they're in the playoffs, once they're in the dance, those odds will definitely drop, probably in half. You look at the Browns. They're 7.5-point dogs at the Bears today. The Bears having a very good year, as Tito just mentioned. Shedeur, proving some people wrong. Now, a small sample size, but I think people expected him to go in there and just be a travesty. Not so much. He's been pretty good.
It's one of those things, though, Bid, you got to be careful. We talked about things with interim coaches who get hot and then get the job, and then you look at it like, oh, maybe not. But that's right now he's the interim starting quarterback.
You're calling him Jake Diebler?
No, I'm not going to say Jake Diebler. But
big win last night, Dave.
Huge win, Dave. Yeah, come on now.
Well, if you heard what we were talking about earlier, you would know that was completely on the money what I just said to Tito.
What he said, yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what Tito was talking about.
Anyway, but you get this interim quarterback now, and if he does really well down the stretch here, then you might not draft a quarterback next year, and you might think, we got our guy.
Here's what I would do. I would, if he plays well the rest of the year, keep him around and maybe trade Gabriel. I don't know, and then still draft Mendoza. Who are some of the other quarterbacks we're saying might go early?
Mendoza.
People still saying Ty Simpson. I'm not buying that at all.
Dante Moore.
Yeah. I just
looks like Lenore Sellers is going to come back for another year. But hey, good call by you. It was a huge win for Ohio State basketball last night.
That was a huge win for Ohio State basketball. And listen, what we were saying to each other, I mean, I really like Jake Diebler personally. I think I know him personally, but he's just such a nice guy. Like, he's a good guy. I have respect for what he did as a player and as an assistant coach, and he's just a good person. But they hired the guy permanently as the head coach who was part of the previous regime that was and he was the head assistant on the previous regime, and you make him the head coach because of a little 1 month stretch. That's your point, though. Like, what if you're the Browns and Shedeur plays well the rest of you? Are you just going to say he's our quarterback for sure? I don't think you should. But
would you spend first round draft capital then on a quarterback?
I would.
You'd still do that
if I'm the Browns. Yeah, I think because that was their plan all along. I think was put themselves in position where they could draft a quarterback this year.
Yeah,
because they made that what looks like a really good trade with the Jags. They have 2 first round picks, so even if they don't have the number 1 pick, they'll have the capital to move up and take a quarterback number 1. You have to think if Tennessee has a number 1 pick, they'll be more than willing to trade out of it.
Yeah.
Now
Giants also.
You do have a new regime coming in there. If somebody's like, I don't really want Cam Ward, I want Mendoza, maybe they would just do that. So one of the craziest things, we got to take a break. One of the craziest things I've seen recently in coaching is the Tennessee Titans firing Mike Vrabel, okay, and then turning around a few months later and replacing him with Brian Callahan, who was offensive coordinator for the Bengals and didn't call plays. You're taking one of Zach Taylor's assistants, who wasn't even the play caller, and you're going to make him the head coach, never been a head coach, and you let Mike Vrabel go to hire this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it coming a mile away. That was not going to work out well for Tennessee. I mean, it worked out maybe even worse than I thought. I tell you what worked out better than I thought was Ohio State basketball last night. Big win over West Virginia. We're going to talk about that next on The Money.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Every day, it's there. Matter of fact, it's the most predictable thing in your life, unfortunately. I'm talking about that chronic pain in your knees, hip, back, or shoulders. But tomorrow, you could wake up without it. That's because at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough treatment that is giving patients relief, in some cases, within a day. It's called stem wave therapy. Physicians in Europe were using this device 20 years ago. Finally, it's here in the U.S., and there's a huge demand for the treatments because patients are getting relief from acute pain and spreading the word. Here's the most interesting detail. This device is both diagnostic and therapeutic, helping Dr. Tessner and the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and trigger your body's natural healing response. StemWave uses the same technology as lipotripsy. Sound waves that penetrate, spark blood flow. That's exactly what you need to promote healing and relief. Wondering if this is a good solution for your pain? QC Kinetics is making it easy. Your first StemWave treatment is only $49. So call and ask about the $49 StemWave treatments right here in Columbus. 380-208-4540. 44.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and today marks exactly 1 year since my very first weigh-in with Awaken 180. And yeah, I started a weight loss program in December. Most people wait. I figured, why not put it to the test? If I can do this through the holidays, then there's no party, no trip, no tailgate that's ever going to throw me off again. And you know what? I wasn't wrong. Week 1, I dropped 12 pounds. By New Year's, I was already down 30, on my way to dropping over 80 pounds. And 15 of it actually came in free maintenance. Awaken 180 changed my mindset, changed my outlook, and it has changed my life. It wasn't about waiting for the perfect time. It was about starting with a program that won't let you fail. Consultations are still available here in December. Get yours on the calendar today. Do what we all did and choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. You can give them a call at 844-346-1800. Again, that's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. Again, awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, it's Anthony, and it's Happy Honda Days at your main Honda of Dublin. What am I going to give you? How about rates as low as 0%? You want no payments for 90 days? You got it. Do you have a trade-in? I'll make sure Rich gives you an extra $1,000 for your trade. Yep, an extra $1,000. Or I'll slide you right into a brand new Honda with leases starting from only $239 a month. Happy Honda Days right now at your main Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or online at yourmainhondaofdublin.com.
Put a new sound on an old song. This season at Lion's Den, the official store of pleasure, passion, and romance.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Timmy Hall and, real common man here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
We've got plenty of holiday specials for you this month. You can enjoy a 4-course wine dinner at the lounge at Final Cut. Plus, there's holiday takeout specials.
And we got happenings on New Year's Eve.
What's happening?
Winning. You could win a 2026 Chevy Traverse, $35,000 in cash, or $50,000 in Penn slot play.
Become a member of our rewards program on the Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
It's all going down this month at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in his tighty-whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
These savings are so good. Right now, get low lease payments on every model, like a new 2026 Elantra SE for just $119 a month for 24 months. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Go now. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 12 miles per year, ends 1/2/26.
Email from a listener. What exactly is Common Man and Timmy supposed to be? How can I put this? A couple of immature men who love to have mindless conversation, laugh, and dabble in sports and farts.
Weekdays at 3.
And there you go, The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
And now back to a show featuring two dudes who have been kicked out of their homes by angry wives. This pretty much sums up every show we have here on The Fan. You're listening to On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Ohio State men's basketball with a big win in Cleveland last night. They played West Virginia. They got down by 16. I'm sure people were calling for Jake Diebler's head, and they came back and they won the game in double overtime, 89-88. Bruce Thornton continues to be superhuman. He had 21 points at the game-winning basket. Amari Bynum and Junie Mobley each had 17. The Buckeyes are now 8-2. They have wins over Notre Dame. They have a win over West Virginia. Their losses, a buzzer beater against Pitt. Looked like they had that game won. Second straight year that Pitt beats them on a buzzer beating 3. They'll play North Carolina next Saturday. Their other loss was by 8 points at home this past week to Illinois. So they're 8-2. Tito, how do you feel about this team?
I feel like they will make a return to the tournament. I know Joe Lunardi's latest bracketology has them as one of the last 4 teams to get a bye in the first round. Or to get a bye, I'm sorry, to not do the playing game. I'm sorry, that's what I mean. Yeah, so that was a 10 seed. And I think they'll improve on that. Thornton had a rough start last night. He only had 2 points at the half, and the other 19 came in the second half in the overtimes, which was the opposite of the other day when he had 24 in the first half against Illinois. But I'm like what I'm seeing out of Bynum. Amari had 17 points last night. I still like what I'm seeing out of Tilly. Devin Royal, he always has his stat line when you see at the end, like he had a double-double last night, 11 points, 10 rebounds. It was about as quiet a double-double as you can get, I think, though, for that. And then also John Mobley, though, if Mobley can get going, that's going to be a huge difference for them.
Definitely. I expected more, and he started the year pretty hot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, if he can shoot right around 40% from 3, look out. But he's not been able to do that lately. But good game last night from Junie. And you're right. Bynum looks good.
Yeah.
Bynum
he started the
looks
second
good.
half.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Brandon Knoll's been up and down, up and down, up and down. He's a solid player, but I think, the writing's on the wall. Bynum is going to be, and I think even entering last night's game, I think Bynum was getting maybe more minutes per game than Knoll. It was very close, but Knoll had started every game. But I think the writing's on the wall that Bynum's going to be the starting 4 before long. But they're still going to need Brandon Knoll. But yeah, I've been impressed with Bynum.
Yeah, Bynum, by the way, played 36 minutes last night. Knoll played 20. So big difference there. But yeah, Bynum go out, start the second half, and 17 points, 8 rebounds, and perfect from the free throw line, which I like. They missed some clutch free throws against Illinois as a team. Mobley missed a couple of those in the game against Illinois, the loss. But yeah, I think that, and they've got. I've said all along, they've got the makeup as a team that can win a couple of games in the NCAA tournament. I mean, they've got the experienced guard. They've got their who was the cat from Michigan State a few years back when they won the title. Who was their guard? Their little guard.
Cleaves?
Cleaves, right.
Yeah.
They got like their Cleaves, their Khalid Al-Amin, if you will. They got like that kind of guy who can score from anywhere.
Cleaves, man, that's a blast from the past.
Yes, but like they've got that kind of guard, though, who's got the leadership and plays a ton. He played 49 minutes last night. A ton of minutes.
Built like a football player, too.
Yes, he is. He's built a little like Terrence Trent Darby, the old golf Terrence Brent Darby, the one we had here.
Yes.
He's kind of built like him a little bit, but he can score from anywhere.
He really
and he got
can.
confidence.
Yes. Yeah. If his supporting cast can step up, they do. They have a superstar and he's a veteran. Here's where I'm at on this team. I'm going to kick it to Isaiah too. Like, I think they'll make the tournament, but barely. Mm-hmm. And I'll be surprised if they win a game. I guess I won't be surprised if they win a game because they'll be playing another team. If they get in, I think they'll be like a 10 seed, like you're saying, maybe a 9. So they'll be playing like the 7 seed, or they'll be playing the 8 seed. So they'll have a chance to win a game. I don't see them having a chance to win 2 games.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar spot. I think we're very matchup based because our offense is good. Like we can put up points, especially when Mobley's on. I think in the tournament he's going to be huge. Someone to stretch the floor for us. Someone who's able to hit threes consistently. But it kind of hurts us just the interior. If we play a team that has good bigs, we saw that the other night against Illinois. Like we got nothing in the paint. And unfortunately for OSU, the thing that the past couple of years that I've been saying over and over again is Bruce Thornton. He's on track to be like a top 5 all-time scorer for Ohio State. But if we don't make the tournament this year, his entire career is going to get washed to the wayside. And he's probably in the past 10 years, one of, if not the best Buckeyes in the past 10 years in this down slump we've had that has been able to put up points for us consistently.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, since D'Angelo Russell, would he be the best? And that was.
You think Kay debates Diop is probably right there?
Oh, he was Big Ten player. He was Big Ten Player of the Year. We have to give it to even though he was only a second-round pick. You're right. That 1 year from Keita was fantastic. Big Ten Player of the Year says it all. But yeah, it's either Keita or Bruce, and Bruce could be Big Ten Player of the Year this year. I think because it's such a big conference now, and I bet someone else will win it. But yeah, that's a great call since D'Angelo. He's either the best or the second best Buckeye, but if he doesn't make the tournament this year, people are going to say not that it's his fault.
Right.
Yeah, but he went 0-4 as far as making the tournament.
Basketball junkie that we have here on staff. I can't think of his name.
Rhyme Time?
Rhyme Time, yes, thank you. I started reading something here. I was looking at, Rhyme Time said before the season that if Thornton had the same kind of season he had last year, he would end up being the all-time leading scorer in Ohio State history.
He's having a better season.
I know, he's on track for that.
Oh, really? He's going to be the all-time leading scorer.
Could be the all-time leading scorer in Ohio State.
Unbelievable that isn't talked about. How great he's been the past 4 years, and yet again, it's going to get washed to the wayside.
I'm trying to look up his career stats right now. As of right now, he has Oh, where's the points total here on this one? He's got, look at the totals on it, 1,703 points. Okay. And the leader, I believe, is Hobson at, Dennis Hobson had 2,096. So you're looking at about 400 more points, roughly?
Yeah, wow. And I believe, because I was going to say, probably a lot of these guys only played 3 years, that are up there.
Yeah.
But Hobson played 4 years, right? Yeah, he did.
So if he gets 400 points the rest of the season, which you think he would, they played 10 games so far this year, right? They're going to have a 30-game season at least, plus tournament stuff after that and everything. So, I mean,
he needs to average like 20. If he averages 20 the rest of the year, he's going to get it.
Yep.
Hobson averaged 29 points his senior year.
Oh, that was such a fun year. He and Reggie Williams from Georgetown were going back and forth to be the player of the year, and then Hobson went third in the draft, and Williams went fourth in the draft after that.
Yeah, the 86-87 season. Yeah. And it was the next year, was that the Jay Burson year where they were really good, and then he
broke his neck.
Yeah.
I think it's the one, the Halo game.
That cheap shot against, was it Iowa? The guy undercut him?
It was Iowa, wasn't it? I think it was.
I remember it was a Saturday. I remember going to church the next morning, and I was just like despondent the entire day because I knew he was done.
Yeah.
I knew he was done. And then I don't know if they won another game the rest of that season.
I don't believe they did.
Jeez. I believe that was the very next year. Yeah, that's just when I was starting to I fell in love with Ohio State football from a young age. But growing up in the Dayton area, like Dayton basketball is big. Cincinnati was on all the time. I I lived down the street from Wright State, so we'd go to Wright State games. But so I didn't really fall in love with Ohio State basketball until a few years after I fell in love with the football team. So I was right around the time Dennis Hobson, his last year, the Jay Burson year, Perry Carter, going right into the Jimmy Jackson era.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys did play at St. John Arena.
Yes, they did. Yes. Back when Tressel was a young pup, I guess.
We need some. I know I'm not breaking news here, every Ohio State basketball fan. We need something like that again. We need like a newer version of St. John.
Telling you.
A little bit smaller. I mean, St. John holds like 13,000. It's not like it's that small, but a little smaller. The acoustics in there, the best of any basketball arena I've ever been in. The acoustics in St. John Arena. I've loved that Skull Session is still there. So, all right, guys, the first hour of the show is in the books. Please stick around for the second hour. We're going to have this or that. We're going to talk more Ohio State football. This is On the Money.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This Christmas, get a bonus AI Essentials course when you enroll in any My Computer Career IT program by the end of the year. That's a $3,900 value. Attend classes online or on campus. Enjoy lifetime job placement support and IT certifications in high demand. Go to mycomputercareer.edu today and take the free career evaluation. That's mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Conditions apply to AI offer and financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill.
The Christmas cash giveaways now at UDF. With UDrive Plus, 1 in 7 can play to win prizes instantly, including $1,000 weekly by buying specially marked items at UDF. No purchase necessary. Visit udrivecontest.com for official rules.
Here, care is where you need it. With over 350 primary care providers in Central Ohio, expert care is minutes away. See how we care for all of you at mountcarmelforyou.com. Here, heart care helps you heal faster. Advanced, minimally invasive procedures mean less time recovering and more living life. See how we care for all of you at mountcarmelforyou.com.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton. Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges. I'm not.
Of course he did, right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Guys, my side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line. $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Day one, the hardest day. The day you hear,
"This is a type of blood cancer."
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Isaiah Jacob. Last night, Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback of Indiana, won the Heisman Trophy, becoming the first Hoosier to win college football's most prestigious award since its inception in 1935. For the Buckeyes, Julian Sayin placed fourth, grabbing 432 total votes. A thriller last night for OSU Hoops. The Buckeyes overcame a 16-point deficit to overtake West Virginia in double overtime. Bruce Thornton scored the go-ahead bucket with 3.6 seconds left, and Jake Niebler had a chance to speak on what makes Bruce so great.
All he cares about is winning. He just wants to do whatever it takes to win. It's impressive. He truly is one of the absolute special players in college basketball, and he showed why.
Ohio State is back in action this coming Saturday, taking on the 14th-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels. For the NFL today, the Cincinnati Bengals host the Baltimore Ravens at 1 p.m., and then the Browns are also in the 1 p.m. slate, heading to Chicago to face the Bears. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Sports gambling, fantasy football, and tailgating before a massive day of pigskin. You're listening to On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Welcome back to On the Money, 97.1 The Fan. I am Dave Biddle. I'm joined by Jeff Thidoff. We, of course, call him Tito. Scotty Vegas has the day off. We have producer Isaiah Jacob at the controls. And right about now, my friends, it is time for the parlay party. Hit it, Isaiah. All right, the parlay party is where we celebrate anything we want to celebrate. It could be something like a parlay that we hit. Could be anything at all. Tito, what are you celebrating today?
Get to the mic on here. I am celebrating this weather. No, I truly am.
What?
I am celebrating watching weather-related football games while also being affected by the weather. I love this time of year with these games. We got coming with snow, with wind, all that stuff. I love it. I hate domes. I love that I can sit down in my recliner and I will look absolutely like an evil villain. I will have a blanket over me, and I will be stroking our kitten Loki while I'm watching football and drinking hot chocolate.
That's the good part. I was concerned about getting into the studio this morning. I'm watching the snow yesterday.
I still can't feel my hands.
My back hurts today because I shoveled 4 different times, and then I was like Isaiah. I was like, well, maybe the snow. Yes, it's freezing cold overnight, but we didn't get any snow overnight, so it should be okay coming in. Decent. No, not so much. It was pretty bad. If I didn't have to drive this morning, I would have been all about it. I like getting snowed in when I don't have to drive anywhere.
Yes, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. But yeah, coming into the studio, that was I could really use one of those home setups in case we get snowed in. But no, we made it in. We're good to go. I'm celebrating not the weather. I'm celebrating Ohio State's win last night in basketball and a nice little $5 bet that I put on the Buckeyes in live betting when they were getting plus 170 odds.
That's good.
Plus 170, or not 170, plus 750. Excuse me, plus 750 odds.
Even better.
Turned $5 into $42.50. Liked that. Was I betting Army Navy yesterday? You're damn right. I'm an American. That's what we do. We bet on Army Navy. And it worked out great. The young man from Hilliard Darby.
Yep.
Horvath.
Blake Horvath. Yep.
Yeah. Les Horvath's grandson. No, I don't think that's true.
It's not. No, I did the research on it. They're not related.
They're not even related.
I don't think
you would think Horvath that's from Columbus would probably be related to Les, but he's not. But yeah, Blake Horvath, senior quarterback at Navy, has had a great career there. So they won by a point. I had Army covering 6.5.
Okay.
So that cashed, and I had the under of 37.5. So that cashed. So I parlayed those two. So I'm celebrating that. And yeah, I mean, and that's pretty much it. It was a good day of betting yesterday. What about you, Isaiah? What are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating my girlfriend this morning averting disaster. As you guys have been doing the show, she was crazily texting me probably about an hour ago that she let my dog out this morning, who's a basset hound, and he had somehow found a dead squirrel. that was in our backyard area. I think over the nighttime, probably got a little bit too cold, and would not drop the squirrel out of his mouth. So now she's texting me, like, how do I get him to drop it? He's growling and running away from me. He's running in the backyard with the dead squirrel. And there's only two ways. You can either trade with him, so you have to offer him something that he thinks is better. She said, I've already got the peanut butter out here. He won't drop it. And so I said, now, since he won't drop it, you're going to have to scare him. And the only thing he's afraid of is the vacuum. I said, you have to chase him around in our backyard with the vacuum. And she did, and it did work. So he is now probably in his crate at home, and I'm sure she is yelling obscenities at him currently.
And what a great morning to try and chase your dog around with a squirrel in his mouth when it's freezing cold out and there's snow on the ground. That's a good girlfond right there.
Was the vacuum cleaner plugged in?
But I don't know. I think he's afraid of it either way, so I assumed she was probably...
I just want to see her out there with the extension cord hooked up from the house with his vacuum cleaner in the snow going around.
I was just imagining her it's a huge vacuum cleaner, too, so I'm imagining her running around with it in the backyard looking crazy. Like, my neighbors probably are looking in our backyard like, what is she doing chasing the dog? Why is she torturing the dog outside running the vacuum cleaner?
Oh, man, I have, like, too much experience the last couple of years of cleaning up, like, dead rabbits and squirrels, and even once a bird, which I never thought my dog would get a bird. I'm like, yeah, good luck. They go out there and chase. I have two dogs, but one of them, the littler of the two, whose name is Scooby, because that's what his name was when we adopted him, so we just kept it. It should not be Scooby. I love him. Like, he's a little badass though. Like he kills rabbits, he kills squirrels.
Yeah.
So but he doesn't. He thinks he's just playing. He's not trying to eat them. He just leaves them, and then he leaves them out there to die. And then my wife tells me, "Hey, you got to go clean up a dead rabbit." And I'm like, damn it, I don't want to clean up a dead rabbit again. So, yeah, that's not fun at all. So you're celebrating that your
I'm celebrating she got it out of his mouth. I was starting to wonder, like, if we went on long enough, would I have to step in? Would I have to leave the show to go home and really get the squirrel out of my dog's mouth? Like, would I have to do that? I was hoping not.
She was probably this close. I'm just going to let him have it till you get home.
Yeah, she's like, you can just stay out there. I'm like, it's like 0 degrees outside right now. She's like, he's freezing too, and I can tell he's cold.
But he's got that squirrel. I mean,
Won't give it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's their natural instincts, man. You can't get mad at him. I have somebody on the YouTube chat saying that's a good dog right there, Biddle. Yeah, I mean, you should see how he's not much bigger than these things that he's killing. He's the typical. It's not the
pound for pound. He's a badass.
Oh, he totally is. He's got the funniest mix. We did a test on him. He's got Pitbull and he's got a lot. He's definitely a mutt, but he's got Pitbull and Chihuahua mix.
Oh, okay.
Or not 50-50. I'm like, that was an interesting breeding situation there. A Pitbull and a Chihuahua.
I gotta believe the Chihuahua didn't have much say in the whole thing.
No, I don't think so.
I think the Pitbull.
Goodness gracious. And he definitely has those traits. Like, Chihuahuas are like, and then we know what pit bulls are. Yeah, he's definitely got both of those. He's got, like, I think some terrier in him too. Yeah, I love him. And I will say, sometimes I'm impressed. I'm like, geez, look at you. Like, you killed a bird? Like, yeah. It was a beautiful, like, blue jay. You probably don't want to do that too often, but he killed him. I'm like, you actually were able to, like, catch a bird before? I mean, and sometimes, like, these rabbits are really tough and he catches them. I'm like, it's pretty impressive, but it's not a lot of fun. All right, let's get to another question from our YouTube chat. If you want to join our YouTube chat, 97.1 The Fan, pop it up on YouTube, On the Money. It'll come right up. All right, this is from Nate. He says, Dave and Tito, do you guys think Ohio State is going to use this layoff to get Gabe Van Sickle ready to start at right guard? Nate, yes, we do think that. We do think that. We touched on this the 8 o'clock hour. We did the Collins show a couple hours ago. And, yeah, I think Gabe Van Sickle is going to be the starting right guard moving forward. A couple things here. Perfect time to do it. You're not worried about, we only have like a week to get him ready or whatever. Tegra's banged up a little bit. I think even if Tegra was 100% healthy, now would be the time to do it. Gabe not only replaced Tegra in the Big Ten championship game, he played very well the rest of that game. The offense was definitely different. Gabe Van Sickle graded out according to PFF. I know some people are like, PFF. It's like they don't know what everybody's assignment is on every play. They've got a pretty good idea. These are experts. They had Gabe Van Sickle in the 80%. They had Tegra like down to like 16%, something like that. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And it wasn't just the Big Ten championship game, Tito. Like, Gabe has been rotating in for Tegra the last few games, and I don't think he really did against Michigan. Tegra actually played well against Michigan. Thank goodness for that if you're a Buckeye. But Gabe overall, when he's been rotating in for Tegra, has been playing really well. So I do think, yes, I think when Ohio State takes the field in Arlington against either Miami or A&M, I think Gabe Van Sickle is going to be the starting right guard.
Yeah, I would think so too. They got to mix something up in there. It wasn't a good performance against Indiana, and it's amazing to think, Bids, that this defense only gave up 13 points to that offense and still couldn't get a win.
We have somebody on the YouTube chat, Colonel Inga, saying, just think if the Chihuahua was the male.
Yeah, that'd be one badass Chihuahua then.
Yeah,
sounds like Scooby.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to rename him. I mean, I call him Scooby Dude.
Yeah.
But he should be Scrappy if we're going to do.
Scrappy's
Scrappy's definitely more fitting than Scooby for him. He's all muscle. He's a very, 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 and he likes to cuddle too. He's everything. He's everything.
That's
He terrorizes rodents, and then he just wants to be like a lap dog as well. So yeah, Scooby's a good dog. Very improperly named, but a good dog. We also have Colonel Angus saying Van Sickle, his nickname should be the Dutch Oven.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. I don't know about that one. By the way, Bids, I am teams that I ran for other people in my own sick fantasy football teams. I was in 12 leagues.
12? That's awesome.
And I made the playoffs in 11 of them.
Ooh, nice.
I thought it was going to be the other way. I thought you were going to say I didn't make the playoffs in any.
And the one I missed on was the guy who we took Burrow early on. We also had Higgins. We had dinged with injuries, but all the other ones, I'm in the playoffs, so that's good.
Tito's I think I'm good at fantasy football. Tito is a fantasy football savant. He's so good. I don't know if you caught this, Isaiah. People pay Tito to draft their teams for them.
I've heard about this before.
Yeah, I did.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is.
I usually do about 60 or 70 drafts a year, and then people on top of that will pay me to run their team. If
you're 11 of 12, I mean, that's a pretty good ROI there.
And a lot of the reasons is because, way back when my parents were younger, the social thing to do with people from work, and that you got in bowling leagues together and stuff like that. And people want to do fantasy football with people at the office, and you get somebody who doesn't know anything about football really, who wants to just fit in. Then they will hire me and I'll do the draft and run the team for them.
I was going to say, because in my opinion, I think the opinion of many, the best thing about fantasy football, I mean, unless you win the league, is the draft.
Sure, yeah.
Definitely getting together with your friends is the best. But even doing it online, which tends to happen more often than not when you get older, that's still fun because you have the chat room and everything. Yeah. It still feels like you're hanging out with your buddies, and that's the best part of the league. So I always why would somebody actually pay to even if they think that would make them more successful, which it probably would. You're doing it for the fun, but I guess if you don't know what you're talking about. Well, this is where you come in.
This whole thing started up, this company, Fantasy Draft Proxies, when some guys were on a guys trip together and realized, holy crap, a couple of them said, I got a draft today. And this is before, you could do it. And so they said, you should be able to hire somebody to do your draft if you can't make it. And that's happened before. I've had people, somebody had a wedding they had to go to and couldn't make the draft. And so I did one for, I've done 2 years in a row for a guy in England and a guy in Australia who wanted us to draft their teams. And so, it's it's all over the place. I'll get up at 4 a.m. and do a draft sometimes too.
It's an interesting quandary. You'd be like, should I draft myself or should I have Tito draft? It's like a this or that. Oh, this or that's coming up next on The Money.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly, hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in his tidy whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
If you're serving dinner and drinks like I am this holiday season, you're not just working, you're working hard. But thanks to Congressman Mike Carey, that hard work's paying off more than ever. Congressman Carey delivered for working moms like me when he passed the biggest tax cut in United States history. I make a lot of my money in tips. And thanks to Mike Carey, I'm not paying taxes on tips or overtime anymore. And taking home more to my family for the holidays. Mike Carey even passed thousands in tax relief for Ohio seniors. And expanded the child tax credit to $2,200. That means less worrying about making ends meet and more time spent on things that really matter this holiday season. Hear more about how Congressman Mike Carey's helping my family and yours at carey.house.gov. Paid for with official funds from the Office of Mike Carey.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been with a capable Kia SUV. And right now, get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on the purchase of specially tagged new 2025 Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 60 months from Kia Finance. Subject to credit approval for purchase of new 2025 Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage. $1,705 per month for 1,000 financed at 60 months. $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 1/2/26. Offers may not be combined except where specified. Subject to dealer participation and vehicle availability. See Kia dealer for details.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
These savings are so good. Right now, get low lease payments on every model, like a new 2026 Elantra SE for just $119 a month for 24 months. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Go now. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment. 12 miles per year, ends 1/2/26.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Technology is meant to connect us, but when organizations rely on disconnected systems and outdated platforms, it's no wonder teams struggle to move as one. Plant Moran joins your team to close the gaps between strategy and execution, and between your people and your technology. Together, we design smart roadmaps and modernize systems so you can streamline operations, access accurate insights in real time, and become AI ready. Plant Moran, your goals and tech strategy in sync.
It's Monday Night Football on the Fan. Catch the Dolphins and Steelers live from Yinzerville. Fan coverage starts Monday at 8.
Sponsored by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Your radio home of the NFL. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A cold weather advisory is in effect for today as we are tracking some bitter cold conditions here for your Sunday. Highs are only in the teens here this afternoon, but when you factor in the wind, it will feel like it's near or even below zero as we go through today into tonight and for your Monday morning. But thankfully, we are tracking some warmer temperatures here as we head into the work week. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. Some people golf on Sunday mornings. Some people place bets on the people playing golf on Sunday mornings. This is On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Welcome back to On the Money. Dave Biddle, Jeff Thidoff, Isaiah Jacob. And right now it's time for probably one of our favorite segments.
Sure.
This or that. Hit it, Isaiah.
Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come. This or that. This or that. This or that.
All right, gentlemen. It'll be a two-part. We'll start with the first one. We're going to do a will he, and then we're going to do a should he. Let's start with the will he. Will Pete Rose get in the Hall of Fame one day? You getting with Pete Rose being in the Hall of Fame one day? Will he get in? Then I'll ask you in a minute, should he? You could have the same answer, but
I think he will. I think that I predicted this a couple years ago. I thought that once he dies, they'll let him in, or they'll let him in, but tell him he can't make a speech. One or the other. But I think they'll let him in now. I think he'll get in now.
He definitely can't make a speech now.
He can't. It'd be quite the trick.
I don't think he will get in. I'm getting with no, he won't get in.
I don't think they'll keep him out forever. I think at some point they're going to let him in.
All right, let's do, before you hit the music, let's do this almost like it's, okay, should he get in?
I think he should. I don't compare him to the steroid guys. I know that Pete, with some of his decisions to make with the pitching staff, was always with the intention to win, I believe. Like, I don't believe he ever bet against himself or his own team. But you can overuse pitchers and use pitchers in different situations that could affect the team in a different game where you wouldn't bet it, maybe.
And if you, the days I've always said this, the days I think he only bet on the Reds to win. Okay. Yeah. And that mitigates it a little bit. But if you're a bookie and you're taking these bets and Pete doesn't bet on the Reds that day, what's that tell you?
Yeah, right. Tells you,
know?
Yeah.
He's
right.
not necessarily throwing the game, but it's like the next worst thing, I guess. So anyway, you say,
I think he should get in.
He should get in. I agree. I think I said he won't get in. There's too many people I think that will not let him in. For those who don't know, isn't he banned? They lifted that.
Lifetime ban.
Yeah, Manfred lifted that. So now he is eligible for the Hall of Fame for the first time. Now he can't get voted in until 2027 at the earliest, I believe.
One of the committees, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll get in. Should he get in? Yes. Because here's a couple reasons. First of all, he's dead now. I agree with that. I think if he was alive, he shouldn't be in. And he paid his price. Now, it took him way too long to admit it, but he did. In my opinion, he paid his price. You know, he was banned for the rest of his life from the sport that he loved. And he's the all-time hit leader. And I think there could be something, Dave Roberts said this, you can put something on the plaque that says what happened. You know, and the other thing, he did not throw games. I believe that's an important part of this. So I think, yeah, he paid his price. He's dead now. He didn't throw games. I say he should be in.
Yeah, I think so as well. You can't denounce the greatness, like obviously the controversy around it with the betting, but now it's so changed now that, you know, the MLB is partnered with sports betting companies. They're so much different now. And so at this point, you can't deny the talent. I mean, it is what it is.
Do you think, would you be surprised if Pete Rose recorded a Hall of Fame speech before he died? Like, that sounds like Pete would do. I think
that wouldn't be shocking.
He'd have a camera. There'd be a video camera, obviously a video of him giving an acceptance speech, or just says to his agent, you know,
or his son.
Yeah, release
this when Yeah, Pete Rose Jr. might have that.
I tried to interview him.
That would not be the most shocking thing ever.
I tried to interview him right before he died.
Did you?
Yeah, I was going out to Vegas with my buddies, and I got a hold of his agent, his representative, and I was going to go try to get something for the radio station. I was going to interview him, just to get something quick. Pete Rose out there in Vegas. I was going to try to meet him at like one of his card signing things. He turned out he was in St. Louis for a autograph signing thing there when I was out in Vegas, so I missed him, and then he died shortly thereafter. All right, I got that for you. It's timely. Rain or snow?
Snow.
Isaiah?
I went back and forth on this a couple times in the past week or so. When it was really bad about a week and a half ago, before that I would have said rain. I think that I'm going to go with snow now.
I think I'm going to go with snow also. Because snow, I've often said, in a winter storm, gives you more excuses to not do anything.
And it looks nice.
It looks nice.
My
right.
backyard looks like immaculate right
Yes,
now. No, I don't know if maybe my dog is running around with a dead squirrel in its mouth right now. That wouldn't be as cool.
Or some other large animal, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, or with a vacuum cleaner. But
it worked. That was a good
great.
decision by Isaiah.
That was great, yes.
Or suggestion, I should
yes,
say.
I'll take the snow. Because if it's raining out, you can still go out and do errands and stuff. But if it's like really bad weather like today, there's no reason to go anywhere. Just watch football all day. Honey, I would love to go, farmer's market or whatever. I'd love to do that kind of thing. But, I can't.
She's going to get you on that. You were able to drive it to the studio and back. What's the problem?
That's why I thought about this already. I'm going to get in a crash on purpose on the way home.
Smart.
I'm nothing bad. I'm like a one-car accident, but I'm going to hit like a guardrail or a small tree and then grab my neck.
Tell you barely made it back. Say, we cannot go out there.
Right,
I barely made it.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, I've been thinking about this one for the past week or so since the college football playoff came out. Looking at how the bracket's laid out, there is an opportunity for 3 Big Ten teams to get into the semifinal. Obviously, you got Ohio State, Oregon, and Indiana. Would you rather have those 3 all guaranteed make it to the semifinal, Big Ten rules over the college football landscape, or I can guarantee you either JMU or Tulane gets the upset in the first round? Which would you pick?
I would want the upset. Because I really don't care about the other 2 Big Ten teams. I'm pretty confident Ohio State's going to get to the semifinals. That's one win. They're going to be favored. I know they might play A&M in Texas. They beat Texas in Texas last year in the semifinals. I think that'd be so cool to see one of those 2 teams with everybody complaining about it.
Which would you rather see then? There's your, that's the extent of this is that. I'm trying to take liberty with the rules here now. I'd rather go with the 3 Big Ten teams.
Okay.
I don't want to, because again, Indiana will never be as good as they were last year. So also be right that no power or group of 5 team can win a damn game.
I like it.
Okay, which one would you rather have lose then? Oregon or Ole Miss?
I'd rather have Oregon lose because I don't want I don't want Georgia to have that easy of a path. I don't want them playing Tulane in the quarterfinals. I want them to at least play coachless Ole Miss. Maybe that won't even hurt Ole Miss that much. Maybe that'll galvanize them. They have a lot of the assistant coaches are still there. Even some of the ones that followed Lane are coming back to coach in the playoffs. But I'd rather see James Madison win.
I think so too. I didn't think about that angle where it's an easier path for Georgia if Ole Miss ends up losing. So I like the way you're thinking. Let's go Ole Miss getting that win.
All right, let's go to a food topic. I got a lot written down here. Okay, let's go with this. You guys getting with, I have to assume you guys like both of these. If not, it'll be easy if you only like one or the other. You guys getting with Mexican food or Chinese food?
I'm going to go 95% of the time I'll go Mexican food. I'll have Chinese food once in a while. I don't seek it out. But Mexican food, because I'm a cheese guy, as you can tell by my portly shape. Anyway. But you don't get a lot of cheese on Chinese dishes.
It's true. True. I like both, but I'm with you. You're getting with Mexican. Yeah, I'm with you. I like both, but I love Mexican food. I love it, so I'm getting with Mexican.
I'm going with Mexican too, but whenever I do have Chinese, every time I think, man, I should have this more. But same thing with Tito. I never have it. My girlfriend every now and then will go and get it, but we get Mexican all the time. But every time I get Chinese, I'm like, I need to get this more.
Yeah, I don't seek it out.
Drink.
All right. For what? Did I talk?
When you talk over the this or that, you have to drink. Whether it's water, that's fine, or vodka. Doesn't matter.
Whatever's in your cup.
Exactly. A mixture of both.
Okay. Are you with Notre Dame staying with the ACC, right, their current agreement, or would you rather have Notre Dame join the Big Ten with the same agreement?
You're asking, what would I rather have?
Yeah.
Stay in the ACC. I wouldn't know part. If you're the idea, and I know why the ACC does it. It's they make money off of it. I would not want the Big Ten to have Notre Dame say, "Oh, we're going to join all our other sports, but not football." Get out of here.
But play 5 Big Ten games a year.
No, you're either in the conference or you're out. No, get out of here. No. If anybody should have special treatment, it's Ohio State. Am I a little biased? Slightly.
No, I'm with you on that. Yes, I wish Ohio State had Notre Dame's deal with the Big Ten.
That's the thing. I wouldn't want no part of Notre Dame. Now, I've always said Notre Dame should be in the Big Ten,
right?
But in football, I couldn't care less about I don't want to name another sport because everybody on that team would hear it and then they'd get mad at me. So yeah, I just care about, and I care about men's basketball too and some of the other sports, but really it's all about football, right? I mean, I would not want Notre Dame in the Big Ten unless they were in for football.
That's a tough question. I don't like them getting the preferred treatment. I think if they were going to play the schedule just like everybody else does, because I mean, it's the Big Ten. Like this isn't a little conference. Like this is the Big Ten. We're talking a big boy conference. You should be playing by the same rules. So if they're going to come in and not play the regular schedule that the rest of the Big Ten teams, then they can go to the ACC. If they're willing to play the full Big Ten slate,
right,
then I'll take them in the Big Ten.
If they take 5, if they would do 5 games, I'd take it.
Okay. We're up against it, but I say we do more of this or that next on the money.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Timmy Hall and, real common man here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
We've got plenty of holiday specials for you this month. You can enjoy a 4-course wine dinner at the lounge at Final Cut. Plus, there's holiday takeout specials.
And we got happenings on New Year's Eve.
What's happening?
Winning. You could win a 2026 Chevy Traverse, $35,000 in cash, or $50,000 in Penn slot play.
Become a member of our rewards program on the Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
It's all going down this month at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not that.
Of course he did. Right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Nice. My side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line. $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. D. Biddle places over-unders on how many traffic lights he hits coming into the studio. This is On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Welcome back to On the Money. Tito's going to be covering his son's third grade basketball game. I asked him, what's the final score of a third grade basketball game most likely? Is it like 12-10?
Yeah, it's like it's usually, I think their first game, I think they lost 22-17. The second one, I think they won 24-11.
Oh, they're getting in the 20s? That's some good stuff right there for third graders.
My kid, like I said, he has no conscience. I mean, he's got, in the first game, we scored 17. I think he had 14 of them.
Oh, nice.
And then in this other game, he had 11 or 12 of them.
Nice.
But it's just like the kid doesn't, that's the thing, he's not cocky. He just doesn't, like, it doesn't rattle him if he misses a bunch of shots. He's out there firing up threes once in a while and stuff, which I tell him not to, but he doesn't listen to me.
Are you getting with teaching your son to be a ball hog and a gunner, or are you not getting with no? Let's kick it to Isaiah.
Okay, we'll skip over yours. How about this one? This has been a big controversy in my household recently because, as you know, the Buckeyes are playing on New Year's Eve. My girlfriend is not like that. She hates it when we play on New Year's Eve. So I want to get with you guys here. Would you rather have the Buckeyes play their playoff game on New Year's Eve or on New Year's Day?
Definitely New Year's Day. I'm already not happy about the fact that I'm going to be doing a post-game podcast while we're moving into the new year. I'll be doing a live podcast when it strikes midnight. So that's ridiculous. So I would definitely rather do New Year's Day for sure.
I think I would also rather do New Year's Day. It's just the tradition of it. Tradition in college football. Who the hell knows what that is even more? But I like the New Year's Day. Obviously, the Rose Bowl game. is the ultimate one to watch. It's right there in the middle of the day kind of thing, not too late, not too early. But yeah, I think I'd rather do New Year's Day.
Yeah, me too. We're all pissed. My girlfriend very upset after the Georgia-Ohio State debacle a couple years ago when we get to right about midnight, and obviously we're all just locked in on the game. You don't really get to celebrate New Year's Eve as much when Ohio State's playing. Like, I would rather have two fun things. I'd rather have Ohio State play on New Year's Day, and then you can still celebrate New Year's Eve and do all the festivities of that.
All right, guys, next one. Okay, we did this first hour of the show. Oh, actually, it was during the call-in show, but let's do it again for people that didn't hear it. All right, if you're Ohio State, would you rather play Miami or play Texas A&M in the quarterfinals?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Miami on that one. I just think that this Ohio State defense would take advantage of Carson Beck's poor decision making, and I think that I just think that Miami has a tendency to get out coached more than A&M does. You know what I mean? Like, look at some of their games, some of the results.
Right.
They certainly have a tendency to get out coached more. So give me every possible advantage for Ohio State, and I think that to have every possible advantage, I can play Miami.
I do think Miami's a little bit more tatalented than A&M.
I think they're too.
But you look at these teams; they're very evenly matched. Like, you look at them; they're playing at Kyle Field. A&M's favored by 3.5. So it's basically telling you, like, the odds makers think these teams are like dead equal, and A&M's favored because they're playing at home in a tough environment. I also would not want to play A&M in Texas. I wouldn't be fearful of it, but if you gave me the choice, I'd rather play Miami, although both teams are very equal.
Yeah, I'm going with Miami as well. I just think that matchup-wise, I think Miami probably hasn't seen a team like Ohio State this season. They played the ACC schedule. They had Pitt at the end of the year. That's a ranked team, I guess. But they haven't really been tested. They played Notre Dame very early on, so I think that just the jump of competition, like even Texas A&M didn't play the strongest schedule this season, but they still finished the year playing against Texas. They got LSU in the middle. Like, you're still seeing a lot of good NFL-type players. I don't think Miami saw that this season, so I'm going to go with Miami.
Now, this is going to take a little bit of thinking on your part, Dave.
Oh, geez.
No, just because
you told me there was no
thinking. I'm trying to take out the Ohio State bowl game being played on New Year's Eve. I'm trying to take that out of your mind.
Okay.
Are you more of a New Year's Eve party, go out somewhere for New Year's Eve, go to a party New Year's Eve, or is quiet home with the family, quiet night at home with the family?
I'm typically a quiet home with the family on pretty much anything else. I think New Year's Eve I like being like at, I don't want to be like a huge party. I don't want to be at some bar where I'm like back in the day where you pay like $100 cover charge to get in some crappy bar just because it's like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a live band that's not good. Oh, okay. Here's my $100. I like going to like small-ish parties. 20 people or less at like a buddy's house or one of my wife's friend's house, something like that. Yeah. For New Year's, I like getting out. What about you?
Yeah, I like going with. I don't like being out and about. Like, we got a friend's house we go to every year. They got a big house in Canal, and we got 3 or 4 families there with all the kids that are similar ages and things like that, and it's just where no one goes out driving on the roads, like that. It's very, very low. Well, I should say low key, but really it's never low key.
It's high key. It's high key.
It's high key.
We're not drinking and driving, but it's high key.
Yes, I prefer that.
Yeah, I like going out as well. I think New Year's Eve is one of those nights where you want to be somewhere having fun, even if you're at like a house party with some other friends and stuff. Being able to celebrate with other people is always a good time for me. All right, here's one of the big stories from the NFL today. Phillip Rivers getting ready to play for the Colts. Do you guys want to see Phillip Rivers play really well today and bring back the old Phillip Rivers from the early 2010s? Or do you want to see an older quarterback looking really old?
I want to see grandfather Rivers just tear it up today. Win one for the 40-somethings.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I want to see him do well. I do. What I will say this. Okay. Oh, I got to grate this with that. Comes next with it. I want to see him do well, though. I want to see him do well. I mean, they're on the edge of like being able to make the playoffs. They're right there. I mean, I think they're 8-5 right now. Right.
So they had a couple more games to go. If Phillip Rivers could take them to the playoffs again, he did a couple years ago. But now being a 40-year-old man, that would be an incredible run.
Grandfather is going to start a football game today in the NFL.
It's amazing.
I absolutely I love it. Phillip Rivers is an interesting cat, man. He's been a really good quarterback for as long as I've known who he is. NC State.
Oh, yeah, that triple overtime game, right?
Oh, yeah. That was a year after Ohio State won the national championship. He came here and they nearly beat Ohio. That would have been Ohio State's first loss since 2001.
Yeah.
They were obviously undefeated in 2002.
Right.
And then started the 2003 season. They won a couple games, and that NC State game was a heck of a good game. And I believe he got married when he was still at NC State. Hence him starting this. He's got 10. You mentioned he's got 10 kids.
7 girls, 3 boys.
Yes.
I know too much about him.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a Nuge game, too. Did Nuge make a huge kick? A couple of those in that overtime game? Am I wrong on that? In the triple overtime game?
He probably did.
I keep thinking
if Nugent was there, I'm sure he did. And he had that. And then his best year was a sophomore year when they won the national championship. His senior year, he had that, was like a 54-yarder to beat Marshall at the buzzer. Jeez. All right. Am I up next? I believe so, right?
I can steal it if you want to.
I like this one, though. I like this one, though. All right. You guys getting with Notre Dame got screwed. They should be in the college football playoff, or no, they didn't get screwed.
They got screwed. They should be in the playoff, and definitely over Madison or Tulane, one of the two. I don't care which one it is, but they did get screwed. They were one of the they're one of the 10 best teams in the country this year. They got screwed double screwed with the Alabama thing, and then also with the fact that they get two group of 5 teams, and it's pathetic.
Yeah, I agree. I think the 2 group of 5s this year is really hurting the playoff. Like half of the college football first round playoff games are essentially going to be no-shows. Like we're going to watch Oregon and Ole Miss just roll over JMU and Tulane. Like Notre Dame should be in over them. I think they should be in over Alabama. If you're going to punish BYU for getting bumped out by Texas Tech, you got to punish Alabama as well. So I think that Notre Dame, they got that tough one there. Tough one there for them.
I'm going to say no. Do I have to drink even though you guys forgot? You guys forgot to let me answer the question.
That's my fault, Dave.
I'll still drink.
I got no buttons over here.
It's just water, as far as you know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to say no. Now, I get it. Are they one of the 10 best teams? Yes, but I think the committee screwed up by having Miami behind Notre Dame for so long until the very last one. Right. If they had Miami ahead of Notre Dame, I don't think anybody would have thought too much of it. And Alabama was already ahead of Notre Dame. Are you really going to penalize Alabama for playing in the SEC championship game when Notre Dame refuses to join a conference? Alabama was already ahead of Notre Dame in the rankings. So I just think the committee just was weird how they did it. I would have been mad, too, if I was Notre Dame. You can make arguments on either side. I know I'm in the minority here. I'm going to say no.
I didn't speak. I almost did.
You can bob your head.
We saw you hovering.
I started to. I made a sound.
Anytime Black Sheep song comes on, I mean, Tito's bumping that thing.
I want to know which player getting hit hard would be more cringeworthy for you, Phillip Rivers or Tua? Who would you be more concerned about if they took a big hit?
Phillip Rivers would just bounce back up. Tua might be up for like 3 weeks.
I don't know, Phillip Rivers. George Blanda may have been a grandfather when he played in the NFL. He was a kicker and quarterback back in the 70s. But I'm just saying, I don't think we've had a quarterback like come off the layoff like this who's a grandfather as well. I'm going to check see if Blanda was, but either one would be bad. But
I mean, Tua, geez, you could make the argument he shouldn't even be playing football anymore. I mean, but Phillip Rivers Phillip Rivers is like an Iron Man. Look at his stats. He'd play like 16 games like every year.
Yeah.
Every year for like 15 straight years. He'll get hit today and just bounce right back up, I bet.
Hope you're right.
Old man strength.
I want to see him get hit today. I think that's part of the fun. I want to see if he can get hit today and be able to get back up and take it. Like Phillip Rivers, especially like early in his San Diego Chargers days, he was a big crap talker. Like he was talking crap to the other team. I want to see him get drilled today, get back up and start talking to the defensive line. That was a good hit, but not good enough. And I saw in an interview the other day, he was talking about, they asked him how much he weighed right now. And he's looking pretty big. And he said, I'm not sure. I haven't been on a scale in a very long time.
By the way, George Blanda, I looked this up on him. The Greater Oakland Professional Pigskin Prognosticators League in 1962 started the very first well-known fantasy football league, I guess.
Oh, wow.
And George Blanda was the very first pick in that draft.
Oh, nice.
Quarterback and kicker.
Was he a grandfather, though?
I can't find that out.
We're still efforting.
Yeah, still looking at that. I don't know. He was he died in 2010 after he turned 83. They had 2 children also.
All right, next one. I've done this before, but I don't think I've done it. I definitely haven't done it with Tito. I don't think I've asked Isaiah this, but correct me if I'm wrong. All right, you guys getting with generally speaking? I mean, I like both, but I clearly like one better than the other. Generally speaking, you getting with watching a movie or watching a documentary?
That's a good one.
Especially with the current state of making movie. No, you can because old movies count. I'm not even going to mention the fact that almost every movie now is a remake or like a cartoon. Oh, I mentioned it. Sorry.
Yes. I'm going to go with the documentary.
For sure. I mean, I like movies. Most of them that I watch are like old movies. Like by old, I mean like Pulp Fiction, stuff like that. But I love documentaries. I absolutely love documentaries. Now, some people do them much better than others. But like the documentary they did, that Urban Meyer, the on Florida, where they just glossed over too much thing. And I love Urban. I wasn't mad they did it, but they kind of glossed over way too much stuff that they shouldn't have glossed over when they're talking about Urban Meyer's era at Florida. Right. It was a Netflix documentary, not a good documentary. Generally speaking, I love documentaries. I'm getting with docs.
It's the thing with the doc. Just saying, I'm sorry to interrupt the flow of all this, but nonetheless, I'm someone who doesn't generally like not. Being in the dark on things. I hate horror movies. I don't like being uncomfortable in movies like that. Like if I don't know what's going to happen. So with documentaries, usually I know how it ends. You know, I'm not going to be totally shocked by
no jump scares.
I got an OJ documentary. Do you know what happened?
I think I heard what happened on that one. Yes, I know. So I already know all that. I know what happened with the Apollo 13. I know what happened to JFK. I know what happened to these guys. I know how it ends.
Do you know what happened? Are you sure you know what happened with JFK?
I know what was written about. I know what the war report.
I want to hear if you believe the magic bullet theory or not.
I don't believe the magic bullet theory.
Are you getting with the magic bullet theory? Or are you getting with the grassy knoll? Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, I get with movies a little, but I do say like there's always like one or two documentaries a year that are fantastic, but I always come back to watching the same series movies that I've watched over and over again, and I can't give them up.
You guys out of this or that? We did a lot.
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay.
And you both have to answer.
Okay. That's how it works.
Tito or Scotty Vegas?
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you there.
That's
sorry.
Something?
I don't pick between my... That's like asking me, like, pick between my daughters. I can't do it.
I can pick between my kids. I have no problem doing it.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime
let me tell you.
she goes away.
I know Scotty Davis. Scotty Vegas. I had an old friend named Scotty Davis, by the way. He was the coach at Reynoldsburg.
We just call him Scotty Davis now.
Scotty Vegas. I know Scotty Vegas, and I know me. I would pick Scotty Vegas if I were either one of you.
You're going Scotty.
I'm going Scotty Vegas, yes.
You guys are two of my favorite guys I've ever done a Sunday show with.
I appreciate that.
Pretty much the only two. No, I mean, I'm not counting my guys that have filled in, like Ryan Baker and stuff like that, but guys that I've like full-time done a show with on Sunday for like several years. You two are probably my two favorite.
1A and 1B.
1A and 1A.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sit in here whenever you like to, you get a free Sunday morning.
Listen, I'll come in sometimes, Why not? And I tell you, we had a lot of producers on Sunday shows that I've been with, and Isaiah, you're definitely one of them.
I love it.
All right, up next is Best Bets. So this is On the Money.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Do you hate holiday pictures because of your teeth? What if a brand new smile was possible?
No matter what the current state of your mouth.
Welcome to Runyon Dental Group, home of the Implant and Smile Center, where gorgeous, healthy smiles become a reality.
At Runyon, we've built a team of some of the most highly trained arch and implant doctors in the entire nation. This isn't an ordinary dental practice.
We believe that everyone can have a great smile.
Including you, especially you. Your new smile is waiting at Runyon Dental Group.
Are you tired of paying retail prices? Then you've got to check out ColumbusAuctions.com, the online auction with pickup right here in Columbus, specializing in overstock products. Bidding starts at just $5. That's right, for only $5, you could score something that retails for $100. Most items come from places like Amazon, Lowe's, and Walmart, and if the listing is wrong or the item's broken, they'll give you a full refund. Plus, ColumbusAuctions.com offers a 14-day pickup. If you love deals on just about anything, try the new way to shop in Columbus at ColumbusAuctions.com.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Hey, it's Anthony, and it's Happy Honda Days at your main Honda of Dublin. What am I going to give you? How about rates as low as 0%? You want no payments for 90 days? You got it. Do you have a trade-in? I'll make sure Rich gives you an extra $1,000 for your trade. Yep, an extra grand. Or I'll slide you right into a brand new Honda with leases starting from only $239 a month. Happy Honda Days right now at your main Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or online at yourmainhondaofdublin.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Bank of America is a nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in Columbus. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. That means more time to be artists, prom dates, world travelers, and moms. We are Blood Cancer United, the world's leading organization focused solely on blood cancer research, support, and advocacy. We do the most for more people with blood cancer, so people with blood cancer can do more of whatever they want. Blood Cancer United. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Scotty Vegas places so many bets, he can't even remember which teams he's rooting for. You're listening to On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Welcome back to the show. Final segment of the show. Let's try and make you guys some money. Now, I would advise do the opposite of what I say. Pull a George Costanza and do the opposite. But I like Tito's Steelers. I'm going to lay the 3 points tomorrow night. Dolphins coming up here to play in the cold. That usually doesn't go well for them. And I thought the number would be a little higher. I like the value there. Steelers -3. I'll lay those 3 points. And one today that I like, I think people are overacting a little bit. It's obviously very, very, very cold in Cincinnati, but it's dry. I tend to think the over-under is too low here, 51.5. The Bengals defense could possibly give up 52 points by themselves.
Could be.
So I like the over, Bengals-Ravens, 51.5.
You know what? I am fine with the Bengals giving up 52 as long as they lose 52-50. I like the Bengals getting 3 hosting the Ravens. I also like, do you have another one? You want me to keep going?
Keep going.
I got the Eagles laying 12.5 hosting Las Vegas. I think that one is going to be a blowout there. And I also like the Cowboys minus 5.5 hosting the Vikings. I think that the Cowboys, the Cowboys are still alive in this thing, and they're playing at home on a Sunday night against a very, very mediocre Vikings team. Give me the Cowboys laying those points there.
Yeah, Bengals only 2.5-point dogs or 3, depending on where you
Then
look.
I'll take 2.5. Then I'll take 3. Sorry, I went the wrong way there.
There you go. There you go.
I would tease the Steelers down to 2.5, by the way.
That'd probably be a smart move. If I'm going to take 3, I might as well buy a half point. Yeah, I don't do that nearly enough. Scotty's really good at that. He's always buying points. I need to do that more often. I need to do it. You know what? I do want to say this. Live betting been very, very good to me.
Oh, yeah, live betting's worked out for me, too.
It is the best. Yeah. You see something happen, you're watching a game, you're like, that was kind of fluky, and then this team gets up 7-0 or whatever, and you're like, I don't know. Good example. I remember thinking on a Friday night game, North Carolina and Bill Belichick were going to play Syracuse this year, right? Just maybe a month ago, a little more than a month ago. And I thought Syracuse was going to win. I even put a little bet on Syracuse to win. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching that game, and Carolina looked clearly better. They were more physical. Syracuse is starting a quarterback who had never started before, was a true freshman walk-on that came there to play lacrosse. And that was not known before the game. And the coach just decided that, he just didn't tell anybody. So I'm watching this game, and then they get a fluke, fumble recovery for a touchdown. You can go back and look. So all of a sudden, Syracuse is up 7-0, and they were already favored. Now they're getting I don't know, 10.5 or something like that, or they're favored by 10.5. So I started doing live bets on North Carolina. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, God, this is crazy. I'm actually betting on Bill Belichick's North Carolina.
Right.
But they just looked clearly better, and they were coming off a pretty good game the week before. Mm-hmm. And I ended up making a decent amount just live betting North Carolina. Boom, 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 boom. And there's other examples. That's just for me, that works out best is live betting.
Yeah.
Definitely compared to when I do bets before the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you betting as much now as you did when legalized sports betting first happened, or is it is it slowed down for you?
Oh,
maybe
man.
something we shouldn't talk about on the air.
It's picked up a little. I think for me, it's picked up a little bit. I'm still not. I don't bet big amounts or anything.
Right.
I actually had a pretty big bet on the Reds to hit the over this year.
You hit that one, didn't you?
I hit that one. Yeah. I hit that one. It was because it was way too late. It was 78.5, and I'm like, dude, they're going to win 79. They won 77 games the previous year. They're going to win 79 games with Tito there. They didn't make it by that much. They won 83. But yeah, but I typically I'm like I was telling my Ohio State bet last night. I bet $5 when they were getting plus 750.
Yeah.
And turn that into $40. So I like the live bets, but I don't bet large amounts. But I'd probably bet more even than I did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm not betting as much. I did. I tried to piggyback on you. I did it the wrong way. But I took the Reds to win the division last year.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. And and that didn't come close to hitting that. But I should have done what you did and did the over-under on that.
I'm curious what their over-under is going to be this year. I bet it'll be 84.5, something like that. But yeah, it's 78.5. I'm like, come on. Get out of here. All right, that is our show for today. Thank you very much for joining us. For Jeff Tito, Thidoff, and Isaiah Jacob, I am Dave Biddle. Up next on The Fan is pregame coverage of the Cleveland Browns at the Chicago Bears with our guy Tyvis Powell and the gentleman. This has been On the Money.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube.